All right, everybody, welcome. My name is Meg, and you are here for our launch of our Renew You in 2022. So we've got a 28-day challenge that is getting started tomorrow. So we wanted to spend some time tonight with you to give you our top tips and tricks. And we also wanted to introduce you to a couple of rock stars that did our Summer Slim Down Challenge and wanted you to hear from them, clients just like you, how they had the success that they had and just things for you to know. So as everybody is popping in the chat where they are watching from, we've got people all over the country, some people watching live on Facebook, some people here on Zoom. Wherever you are, we are so glad to spend some time with you in community, and really excited about the launch of this. So we have 259 of us in total that have said, yes, I am in for a 28-day challenge. And we know that success leaves clues, right? And so I just wanted you to know that the last challenge we did over the summer, called the Summer Slim Down, we lost a total of 1,346 pounds, which is absolutely incredible. And the average weight loss per person of the people that put in their results were 9.88 pounds a person. So that's pretty exciting. I want to know, what do you want to accomplish in the next 28 days? If you would put it in the chat, just spend a few minutes, put it in the chat. What do you want to accomplish? Is it a certain weight loss goal? Is it you just need to reset and renew your habits? Maybe summer happened for you, maybe didn't happen the way that you wanted it to. I see we've got some weight loss. Some people want to lose 10 pounds, better sleep habits. Man, your life book and your Habits of Health book have some great tips in there for you. Renew habits, losing fat, building muscle, muscle toning. Oh, that's so exciting, Renee, getting close to your 30-pound goal weight, consistency, increasing your movement, losing the last 10 pounds. Goodness, Barbara, we are all cheering you on. You are so stinking close. Being in the energy of fat burn, diving deep into your life book, and movement. Wow, so many exciting things. Well, I want to introduce my friend Jennifer to you, and let's get started with hearing from one of you. So Jennifer, would you come off of mute for us, and would you share with us, in your last challenge, what do you wish that you would have known going into the challenge, and what helped you? You were one of our top winners. So what helped you get the results that you got, and anything else you'd like to share with us?
Is that me?
It's you, Jennifer.
Oh.
We can't wait to hear from you.
Well, what did I wish? The questions you asked were, what do I wish that I would have known prior to the challenge? Well, being that I was about 11 months in when the challenge started, I was already kind of tuned in really to this plan a lot. And I really guess I didn't need to know anything prior. And what helped me get my results, I would say staying connected to the group and the community, the assigned reading, because I'm really bad at reading unless it's assigned to me. So I liked that part of it, and having it broke down into like daily sections where I actually had to do it. And the days I couldn't do it when I was working, I would just catch up on my off days. And I like the friendly competition a little bit, and it was just fun. I did lose, Meg reminded me, 12.1 pounds, because I actually was like, I'm not really sure how much I lost. And anything else I'd like to share? I would just say be consistent, try to stick to the plan as much as possible, and, you know, talk to your coach every week, because I would talk to Lauren every week, and just have fun with it.
I love
Anything
that.
else?
We have some questions in the chat, Jennifer. So we want to know, how much weight have you lost in total, and how long did it take you, if you wouldn't mind answering that?
I am down 118 pounds since June 2nd of last year. I hit my goal of 145 pounds was what I initially wanted to get to. And that was in exactly like 13 months to the day. So I hit that on June 2nd or July 2nd of last month. And then I've continued to lose a little more weight. I am in my first week of transition, starting my second week of transition tomorrow. So adding fruit, which I haven't had in a long time. I'm looking forward to that. But my big thing was I work in a hospital, which there's a lot of unhealthy food in a hospital because we eat bad. And I just made a pact to myself that I was not going to eat anything I didn't take to work. So it could sit right in front of me all day long and I wasn't touching it. So biggest tip.
That is huge. Okay. And while we have you in a captive audience, Jennifer, what would you say to somebody who feels overwhelmed tonight by the amount of weight that they want to lose? And they just heard your story and they're like, man, I wish I could get there. What would you say to somebody who is feeling overwhelmed about that?
I would say just, don't think of the pounds, just think of the progress that you're going to make. I was kind of glad that it took me as long as I did because that has given me the tools and time for me to really develop my habits. I think if it would have only taken me half the time or less to get to my goal, I don't know that I would have dialed into those habits as much. Like now in a year, I'm pretty much set in my, eating every 2 to 3 hours.
You might have gotten kicked out by your internet. So if you come back, Jennifer, we want to hear from you. You are such a testament to what's possible. So thanks for the reminder of taking it a day at a time. And you had so many obstacles there at work and you made that commitment to yourself and you kept your promise to yourself that you only ate the things that you brought. So thank you for inspiring us all tonight. Okay, now I'm excited to introduce you to a new friend. Her name is Carrie. Carrie, would you mind? You were incredible in the Summer Slim Down Challenge. So I had fun reading your responses. Would you mind sharing with us, what do you wish you would have known prior to the last challenge? What helped you get those incredible results? And share with us anything else that you think would be helpful to know.
Okay. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What I would have known going into it, I don't know. I feel like I kind of knew quite a bit going in. I have a wonderful coach named Sarah Bond, and I would reach out to her and ask her questions. And I felt like at that point that I had such a mindset on the program and what I wanted that I kind of feel like I went in equipped, and I think the key for me was trusting the program, sticking on plan, and making sure that I drank at least 100 ounces of water a day. And, and in the summer, I'm a teacher. So in the summer, it's not like my stressful time. So I was able to chill out a little. I was able to increase my exercise. I went on walks a couple times a day. And I don't know. I just really just trusted the plan. So.
And what did you see happen throughout the last challenge? Do you remember how much weight you lost?
I think it was like 15 pounds, maybe.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
I started this program the Monday after Easter, and I'm down like right at 50 pounds right now. So, and it's just been life-changing, just completely life-changing, because I never thought that I would make it this far. I just thought, oh, if I could, Lord willing, I could lose 20 pounds. And then that came off and I would be like, oh my gosh, this really works. I'm really seeing results. And it's been a blessing. It's been a true game changer. So.
And what do you attribute to your success? Besides, we know this plan is absolutely incredible, but what really helped you get those results?
My coach, because I told her, I was like, listen, I'm a self-sabotager. When it starts going good, I don't know. I ruin it. And then I don't know why. So, um, meeting with my coach every week, reading the books when I had a chance. I'm better at that now. I wasn't as good in the beginning. Um, and just having a true, I think, just shift in my mindset.
Hmm.
So,
And would you say that you're a self-sabotager anymore?
oh no, no, that's gone. That's the
Yeah.
old me.
So you probably had to stop saying that over yourself to allow your brain to even stop doing that, I think. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking you probably gave up some things over the summer, right?
Yes.
And looking back now, would you say that it was worth it?
Oh, 1000%. Yeah, most definitely. And, we had vacations in that time when we went camping in that time. And, it's just, you just change how you do things. So,
I love that. Well, you are so inspirational and just show us what's possible. So
yeah.
thank you for being willing to share and be on Zoom tonight, Carrie. Appreciate your
All right.
story
Thank you. Bye-bye.
so much. Now, if you have any questions about this challenge, we would love to invite you to put them in the chat, and we would love to ask you more, or we'd love to answer your questions. I see one question that comes in from Kim. How can you lose weight on vacation? So Carrie, do you care to answer that question?
I packed everything with me. I love the bars. Those are my favorites. So I made sure I had the bars with me. I made sure that I had my water bottle with me. And when we would go, because we usually only would eat out like once a day. So when we would eat out, it was, going to places where I knew that I could get like a salad or, some lean chicken with some green beans or something. So we just really just had to plan it out.
I love that. Thank you, Carrie. And I would say too, the best way to lose weight on vacation is to make the main thing, right? The main thing about going on vacation is the memories with your family. It's taking time to rest and unwind. It's not about the food, right? So taking the things that you need, like your water bottle, your fuelings. A lot of people that go camping love to bring the campfire s'mores bar and they roast it instead of a s'more, which I love that little tip. But you just take it a day at a time, figure out what you need, check in with your coach and plan. I always recommend planning your next call for when you're back, just as a point of accountability, but keep putting those questions in there. And I know somebody, Connie just asked, where can you find the link to what the daily reading will be and the focus will be? That will be in the daily post tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. All of the information about the daily reading will be posted in there for you. So I'm going to go through, and as y'all think about your questions and just, keep them coming in, but I have a couple of tips I wanted to share with you all as we were thinking about this challenge and getting ready for this challenge. So we've got 4 weeks and it's called the Renew You in 2022. And the purpose of this 4-week challenge is, number one, to inspire you, right? We want to inspire you to keep going. We want to create community. We are loving our Tuesday night calls. And I don't know if you've noticed, but every week, those Tuesday night calls are growing. It's like a record-breaking week after week, which tells us that we're creating great connections. The content has been incredible, and it's a place that you want to be. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please put it on your calendar. Tuesday nights, 8 to 8:30. And then the third purpose is to help you get the results that you want. And not only the results that you want, we believe you deserve those results. And I've been coaching for 5 years, and I will tell you with absolute conviction that I have never seen this plan not work one time. This program works every single time. As long as you work the plan is going to work for you. And so we're all really excited and expectant about what's going to happen in the next 28 days, because when we all come together as a community, y'all, it is powerful, the things that we can accomplish. Just like the 1,346 pounds we lost on our last challenge. So we're excited to see what happens with this one. All right. So we've already kind of shared, what do we want to achieve in the next 4 weeks? For a lot of us, it was weight loss. And what I'm going to challenge you to do, is to really imagine what it's going to be like 28 days from now to be at that goal weight. And for some of you, I saw you really wanted to lose 10 pounds over the next 28 days. So really imagining, okay, 28 days from now, being down at 10 pounds. How does that feel? Are you wearing something new? Are you in a new size of clothing? Do you actually enjoy going shopping again? Do you stop when you pass by the mirror instead of what I used to do, which is hide? But really spend some time thinking about what you want to achieve and why that's so important to you. And you can take it a step further and do something incredibly powerful by writing yourself a letter to yourself from the place of your success. So write a letter to yourself 28 days from now on how you want to be feeling, what you do when things get hard, or when you work in a hospital like Jennifer and somebody brings in donuts. What are you going to do in that moment? Or when you go on vacation, what choices are you going to make? So that can be a powerful exercise to really declare what you want to be true of yourself in 28 days. And you can go back and read it as much as you want. All right, so here are some tips. Engage in the daily post. So every single morning at 7 o'clock Eastern, there will be a post up in Eat, Live, and Be Healthy with something inspirational, something to think about, to journal about. So we just want to challenge you, utilize those posts, respond in there, ask questions, answer the questions, cheer each other on. Y'all, this is a powerful community. We would love for this to be your community, for you to show up as much as you can in that Facebook group and in those daily posts. The other tip is to set a goal. So if you haven't done this yet, that's okay. But we really want to challenge you to have an intention for the next 28 days. If you don't have an intention, you won't reach it, right? So we want to have an intention for what we want to be true over the next 28 days. The other tip is to connect with your coach. So what we know, and hopefully you've heard this, clients that connect with a coach each week have double the results of everybody else. And we care about you enough that we want you in that category where you get double the results of everybody else. So connect with your coach, make a time. Maybe it's the same time every week. Maybe they've got a calendar you need to get on, but make that a priority, because when you make that a priority, you're making yourself a priority. And I have a feeling, because I've talked to enough of the incredible people in this group, that you spend so much time helping all the other people in your life. For so many of us, these calls with our coach is really the one time a week that it's all about us. And we need somebody to hold the space for us. So let your coach give you that gift. Don't be a stranger. We want to know you, hang out with you, hear your stories of transformation, hear what's hard so we can help you navigate around it. So use that Facebook group, create connection amongst the people that are in this challenge. And the last tip is to do the next right thing. Perfection is never possible. So even Jennifer in her story, I'm sure if she were back on, she would tell you she wasn't perfect. You can't be perfect, right? But what we can agree to do is that we will always do the next right thing. So if you get off on your times, or one day maybe you don't get the water in, or whatever the case may be, don't sweat it. We can't go back. We're going to go forward. So just do the next right thing. I love the thought about riding in the car. And for so many of us, our journey to health and wellness is kind of like being in our car, driving into freedom, right? But when we're driving, our windshield is huge and our rear view mirror is so small. And the rear view mirror is small because we're not going backwards, right? So we don't really need to be able to see backwards very good. We need to be able to see forwards. So I just want to encourage you, keep your eyes forward through your front windshield, not in the rear view mirror, and just do the next right thing. Okay, a couple of little warnings for you, because we've been doing this for a while and we've done a lot of these challenges. So number one, avoid thinking that you're just going to start again tomorrow or next week, or I'll just start again on the next challenge. No, just do the next right thing. Right then, that day, just do the next right thing. And then also be on the lookout that you might be tempted at some point to kind of lose steam after the first week. It's so interesting when people give their everybody fills out the challenge registration, right? And so we had, 259 of us say, I'm all in. And so every week, what we see sometimes is less people will fill out the the forms each week. So we don't want that to be you. The people that lost the most weight last time were the people that were engaged. So even if you might not be where you want to be, continue to be engaged. This is a group and an experience for you. I'm going to challenge you too to think about, if you start to feel like, oh, I'm losing steam, what are you going to do instead? Can you commit to being a part of the daily posts? And can you commit to the next 28 days? What is that, 4 weeks? To say you're going to talk to your coach once a week for the next 4 weeks. Can you make that commitment? Can you make the commitment that you will not let yourself lose steam, but you will charge ahead? I hope that you really consider it. All right. And that really was all the slides that we had for you guys. So let's go back to the questions and see if anybody else has a question. So Colleen asked, what's the Facebook group where the post will be made? All of the posts are going to be in Eat, Live, and Be Healthy. So in our regular Facebook page. So Tess, the daily post every morning at 7 o'clock Eastern, there will be a post for you. We're going to pin it to the top of the page. You'll be able to search in the hashtags for it. But there will be a daily post with something to think about. There'll be daily reading for you to do in your life book. It's Habits of Health book. So all of that will be there for you to help. Let's see. If you don't do Facebook, Lucy, talk to your coach. What I recommend, I have several clients that don't have Facebook, and I recommend for them that they do a ghost account. So they don't use Facebook for scrolling or for anything else. They just use it as a way to be able to see the challenge and be able to see the Facebook group and see the stuff going on. They only use it. You can use a different name than your own name, you know, but a lot of our clients have done that and have really appreciated that approach. All right. So what can we eat in between the 2 to 3 hours when hunger pains strike? So that's a great question. So I want you to know, once you're through the first 3 days, we don't expect you to be hungry. Now, don't get us wrong. You're going to want to eat every 2 to 3 hours. But the beautiful thing about fat burn is you really aren't hungry, right? You don't have cravings. You have that energy burst. So if you find that you are hungry and you should be in the fat burning stage, talk to your coach. It's likely that we need to tweak something or figure out what's going on. But if you have had your fueling and it's not time for you to have another fueling, you can have 20 pistachios, 10 almonds, sugar-free Jell-O. There's a whole list on page 20 of your spiral bound guide, also in your link tree, of the different optional snacks. And one of my favorite things to do is to get some decaf coffee with unsweetened almond milk. Woo, that is great for those couple of days leading you up into fat burn. And I love that. I love that we're coaching through the answers here. That is just incredible. I'm trying to see, yep, the same Facebook group. All of the posts will be in Eat, Live, and Be Healthy. And we do want to make sure you know about our weekly community calls from 8 to 8:30 Eastern. Those have been there. The link is the same link that we are on tonight. Those have been so powerful. Any other questions for people? And I also would love to open it up to anyone who has done a challenge with us in the past. If you want to share either your results or maybe share something that you wish you would have known on a challenge, we would love to give you the floor and let you share for a minute or two.
Hey, Meg.
Hi.
This is Kathleen. Hi.
Kathleen.
I really love the challenge because I was doing great on the program. I was losing consistently. I was committed, but I really wanted to start moving. I had, it was about 3 or 4 months in, and I just couldn't get started with my motion. And just joining the challenge, I said, I'm going to do this 3 times a week. And it was just, that was my goal, was to move 3 times a week and swim. And I did it. I achieved that simple goal, and I continue my swimming. And now I've lost even more weight, and I realized, wow, I want to step it up. I want to do some muscle toning, and I've been struggling with that the last couple weeks. So I really feel confident that this is going to make me stay committed. And I think that friendly competition helps too, and knowing that I'm going to post what my accomplishments were for the week. So, and 4 weeks seems like a short time, but you can get a lot done in 4 weeks, and just continues on. Once you start those habits in those 4 weeks, they can continue afterwards. And that's that's my goal is to step up and to get some muscle toning in, and who knows, maybe even try some other things.
I love that, Kathleen. That's amazing. And if you haven't checked out the Eat and the Neat method in your Habits of Health book, you will love those. There's some great exercise plans in there to take a peek at. And Gay asked, can we continue exercising while in the challenge? So if you have been exercising, we say yes, keep going. But if you haven't been exercising, you might want to wait 3 weeks while your body's getting into fat burn before you start anything new. Of course, you are totally fine to go walking, do some yoga, things like that. Of course, work with your coach. We do work with high performance athletes, some heavy lifters. So work with your coach on some things you might want to be on the lookout for. But absolutely, you are absolutely fine to keep exercising. Pat had a great tip. She said it's easy to forget about the challenge if you don't stay involved. So set an alarm for the same time every morning after 7 a.m. Eastern and to check out the daily post. I never thought about that, Pat, but that is a great tip. Thank you for sharing that with us. Anybody else?
Yeah, Meg, I have a client that ordered the kit and it's not coming in yet. And so I didn't want to jump in on the thing. And so we just worked on starting the structured plan of eating, drinking the water, using the healthy exchanges. And so if there's other people who are waiting for their kit, you can start tomorrow. So check in with your coach on that.
That's a great point, Connie. We can always start with our healthy habits and getting our water in and practicing those lean and greens. That's a great point. Anybody else?
Well, when I did the last challenge with you, I thought it was very motivating doing the assigned readings. It kept me really focused doing the readings every week.
That's awesome. So you love doing the daily readings that were posted.
Yes.
I love that. Those were really helpful to me too. Thanks for sharing that. Anybody else? We have time for one more. All right, well, I'm going to give you a couple final tips just in general to get the most out of your program. I want to double dog dare you to weigh and measure your lean and green this week. If you have not been, even if you have been, keep doing that. You will be shocked at the difference it makes. So even if you're sitting there and you're saying, all right, Meg, I know what 6 ounces of chicken looks like, I double dog dare you to just try it. I always turn it into a game and I say, okay, I think I know what 6 ounces of chicken is. And you know how many times I've been right in 5 years? 0. So, and my deal with myself is that if I can ever be right 2 times in a row, I don't have to weigh and measure, but I'm still waiting for that one time. So highly recommend weighing and measuring your lean and green. It sounds so silly that chicken and vegetables could make that big of a difference in your results, but I'm telling you, it is shocking the difference. Also, it's shocking how important it is to get at least 64 ounces of water in. Your body is going to use that water to burn fat to help you lose the weight. So do get that water in. I love that Lori just grabbed her water bottle and she went to town. That was perfect. And then eat all 5 fuelings. You might think like, okay, if I eat less, I'm going to lose more weight. That is not the case with Optavia and the 5-in-1 plan. You want to make sure you are eating all 5 of your fuelings every day. And if you're not that hungry and you need one more fueling, I always recommend doing a shake, mixing it with water, because just about any time of day, even if I'm not hungry, I can have a chocolate shake. It tastes like chocolate milk. It is so good. Kathy wanted to know, does the kind of water we drink matter? She uses her Brita. That Brita water is great, Kathy. Keep doing that. That is perfect. There's some great water tips in the Facebook group. You can search in the Facebook group for just about any question you could ever want to know. And there are also so many great things in your link tree. So if you need that link tree, text your coach right now. Would also love, as we are closing, because it is 9 o'clock, I am going to double dog dare you, pick up your phone as you close out a Zoom and text your coach with what your goal is over the next 28 days and say, hey coach, I'm all in. Here's my goal over the next 28 days. So your coach knows that you were on tonight, you are all in. And I guarantee you, when they get that message, they're going to be so excited. So thanks so much for being a part of our community, for joining us tonight. We are excited to see what's going to happen for you in the next 28 days. So thanks for being here, and we will see you on Tuesday night. Have a good one. Bye, y'all.